Hey folks, welcome to B5 Bricks. In today's video, this is my US style ambulance MOC. I'll show you all the external details first, then the interior, including my custom stretcher or gurney as some call it, and the rather cool opening rear doors. But believe it or not, this actually started off as the ambulance from set 60204 from around 3 years ago, and it was definitely one of the best hospital sets. I actually think it's better value and just generally better than the new one for 2022, and I'm really not a fan of that new ambulance. I do like the ambulance from set 60204 and the nod to the German style Mercedes Sprinter, but for me there's something really cool about US style ambulances, and I really like the Fords. This one is a bit small, but the big E450s look awesome, and I like this one in particular. So that was my inspiration. And I think I've kind of pulled it off. It is quite big though, at 18 studs long and it's 8 stud wide at the back, so rather chunky, but the E450 is chunky. I didn't use the big white cab rooftop piece or the 4 stud wide window piece at the rear, but I did use most of the other parts. Especially handy was the stickered parts. Here you can see the 10x8 stud grey plate I used for the rear, and that was essential for this MOC and shows just how small the original was. The front is far more van-like with the big grille, and the back is huge. The cab rooftop comes off easy, and inside is this medic. It's simple in here, steering wheel on the left and speedometer on the right. There's a sloped backrest and space for just the driver. I've reused the torso for him from the paramedic helicopter, which is a nice design and matches the colour of this ambulance. The rooftop is really easy to remove with these tiles underneath and only 2 studs to keep it in place, but that's enough. So just to point out the stickered pieces which I incorporated from the original set, it really makes a difference having these parts. I think without it, it would look a bit pants, but I understand if we're gonna attempt something like this, it would be a bit tricky to get hold of because it's from a retired hospital set, which is probably quite expensive now, but you can get these pieces from eBay and Bricklink and all that. Now the doors, check this out. I'm so pleased to have incorporated this. I've seen this done by many MOC makers, and even LEGO have done it. The Slave 1 missile doors on the U.S.A. sets are like this, and I've only done it once on my Jurassic Park Ford Explorer MOC a wee while ago, and it's simply done with droid arms, a cool feature, but it is a bit flimsy. I've also made the roof open as well, so we can get our hands in, which is super important for me for a play feature. The doors open really wide and the inner rooftop is curved, so it's easy enough to get the stretcher out. And you can see inside nicely here. But I'll show from above. There's a screen here, attachments for medical stuff. I put tan coloured seat pads inside too, and I just really like having this big space to have the stretcher inside and all the equipment. It's really fun to build. The rooftop is straightforward as well, 4 of these plates with some curved slopes and a few grills. This is all tiled and just 2 of those studded tiles to hold it in place, but it works perfect. For my patient to go on, I decided to build a custom gurney. I used droid arms here with those 3-point pins to hold those round Technic parts. It doesn't roll, but it slides just fine. And if I remove him, you can see this is a 6 stud long tile holding it all together with hinges either side and just one studded piece to hold his leg in place, but it works great. I love it. I'll pop him back in and let's close the doors. It's so nice and smooth. I like it. I do think the rooftop might be a bit too detailed, but I really don't want any studs showing. Oh yeah, the wheels. I didn't use the original ones. I've actually pinched this off a Speed Champions Dodge, and I couldn't believe in the mountain of wheels I have, I couldn't remove the middle piece. My nails are maybe too short, I don't know, so I just borrowed these, and they look cool. The chassis at the back is 6 studs wide, and I had to make it from scratch, as I don't have that part, and I used those Technic hole pieces, but up front it was a 4 stud wide one, and from this view you can see the red fenders a bit better. I have a lot of those style, they look pretty good, and quite similar to the real E450s. The front is embarrassingly simple. I mean, how easy is that? There's not much to it, man. But it's all about the grille, eh? To give it a bit of shape, I put 2 curved pieces as doors. And it looks quite realistic. So let's take a wee look at my modular MOC hospital. This was a rebuild of the modular diner, which I extended and converted into a fully detailed hospital. You can check out my separate video for this if you like. But around the back is the A&E entrance, or casualty, and it had a sliding door and everything. And my ambulance fits perfectly with my modular now. And one of the first things my kids did was back it up just like this and offload the patient inside. And I really do love making things that they can actually play with and enjoy with the modulars. It's cool. And as my hospital is based on the diner, it does have a very Americana aesthetic, so the E450 fits right in. Hey, so this is my first MOC and video of 2022, and what I'd love from you, the audience, is your marks out of 5. So 1 being dreadful and 5 being brilliant. Let me know what you think, and it's something I want to continue with all my MOCs this year. And if it was good, then I'd love for you to like this video. Anyway folks, I'll catch you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.